Huh. Well, that's one way to get my spirits up. What's up, guys? We are back for another UFL live stream. Game 2 of Week 2 is here, and we are heading to Orlando once again. And boy, we could be a potentially good battle on our hands here. We've got the Louisville Kings, who are coming off of a brutal loss to the Birmingham Stallions at home to open up the season, taking on the Orlando Storm, who beat the Columbus Aviators in Week 1 in their home opener last week. So, it's the Kings versus the Storm. Louisville coming into this game is 0-1. Orlando is 1-0, looking to try to remain unbeaten. So, let's get to it. Away we go from Orlando. So, Louisville is going to start with the ball first. On the opening kickoff, they returned it all the way to the 32-yard line. And on first down, the quarterback, Jason Bean, finds Prattner, the receiver, picks up about 4 yards from the looks of it. All right. Now, I will mention, Snark will be joining us today once again. However, he will be late. He is dealing with a client at his job right now, so he's going to be running late, but he will be back here. Here's a quarterback run by Jason Bean on second down and 4. Turned out it was a gain of 6, and evidently don't know how to count. But Bean does gain, I believe, 2 more yards. That'll bring up a third down. Luckily, I prepared this ahead of time because I've got the rosters for each of the 2 teams playing tonight already loaded on my phone. So I'm just all ready to go. All right. So, Louisville right now has a third down and 1 from their own 40-yard line. Handoff on 3rd and 1. And getting wrapped up and did not quite pick up the first down. Jaden Sheridan gets denied. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Kings. So Sheridan did not get quite enough to pick up the first down. And unfortunately, the Kings are not going to elect to go for this. They are going to punt it. So Mac Brown to punt this away. KJ Hamler awaiting the return for the Storm. It got muffed, but Chandler is able to get back on it and recover it to give Orlando their possession. Well, they almost didn't even get an opportunity to have their offense come out on the field. And here comes Jack Plummer. Last week again, beat the Aviators at home, and the turnover battle was really what kept Orlando in it to give themselves the win. Let's see how Jake Plummer can fare against this Kings defense. So here we go. First down from the 25-yard line for the Storm. Plummer to his right. And the pass will be caught. That is going to be Chris Rowland for a gain of 6 as he goes out of bounds. Brings up second down. 2nd and 4 from the 31 for Orlando. Plummer's pass is caught for a big first down. Making the catch there is K.J. Hamler. First down for Orlando. I should mention, Orlando is a 1.5 point favorite at home, with the over-under being 39.5. First down now from their own 49-yard line. Handoff. Not going to get anything. Jashawn Corbin, with his first carry of the game, is stuffed up and will lose more than likely a yard. That or he didn't gain anything, and it was no gain. Brings up 2nd down. Second down and 10. Plummer to his right. Pass is caught and then forced out of bounds is the tight end. Steven Stylianos with the catch. And now that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 8, as the Storm haven't been able to gain much momentum after picking up that first down. The Kings defense be stepping up here. Let's see, 3rd down coming up for the Storm, excuse me. Plummer with time. Over the middle, incomplete. Roland, the intended receiver, looking for a flag and will not get one. 4th down. And because they're at the 49-yard line of Louisville, they have to go for this. They just crossed the 50-yard line, which means they cannot punt. They've got to go for this. 4th and 8 for the Storm. Plummer, pass is caught. Trying to pick up enough for the first down, and he'll be denied. Making the catch was Elijah Badger, but could not get away from all those Kings defenders, and he will be nowhere near the first down. And the Kings take over. Well, for me, just finishing up the rest of this strawberry hibiscus frosted lemonade from Chick-fil-A, because that's where I ate prior to coming home here for this game. Okay. That'll be, thankfully, the only time you'll see me slurping that cup, because the frosted lemonade is finished. All right. For the Kings, this is their first time on the road. For the Storm, they are at home for the 2nd straight week. Right now, both teams exchanging, Louisville started off with a punt, and then Orlando turned it over on downs. So no scoring yet. All right. So, commercial break is taking a little longer than I anticipated. All right, here we go. Come on. All right, here we go. First down for Louisville after the turnover on downs. Bean out to his right. Throws it up. It's caught. Excuse me. Brought down to the 31-yard line. Oh, my God, Chrome, why did you have to start over? Why did you have to restart? I leave you inactive for like a few minutes, and that's when you decide to restart and refresh everything. Well, that's a person I didn't expect to get to say their name. Trey McKinney with the catch. B now going deep on the ensuing first down. Intended receiver falls down. No flag is thrown. Second down. Yeah, 87 Trey McKinney, the tight end, was the man that made the last catch. All right, second down for Louisville. Bean. Incomplete for Jackson. And it will now bring up a third down. All right, third down for Louisville. Delayed handoff. Trying to get the first down, and he will not. Sheridan gets denied. It'll be fourth and about 3 yards. And we have an injured Orlando defender on the field. And he has still not gotten up. And now he gets up under his own power and walks to the sideline. It is the safety, Jalen Mahoney, that got hurt. Now, the Kings are in a predicament here, and they are going to go for a field goal. Tanner Brown lining up for the field goal. Official distance of this kick is 42 yards to get the Kings on the board first. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. Louisville scores the first points of the night. So the Kings up 3-0 after a field goal. The Storm looking to try to answer right back. Oh, God, I'm hiccuping. Oh, God. You can't hear it, but, ugh. I can definitely feel it. Phrasing. Okay. So Orlando looking to try to answer. All right, just replied to what Snark had DM'd me earlier about how he would be late to get on. I told him just to message me when he was ready, and I will bring him in. For now, it's just going to be me. Also, I really don't want to switch to my new computer just to stream this because not really much I can do from my end, but I just don't want to transfer everything from this computer to that computer, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of stuff I've put on this one laptop just to transfer it to the other one. I really want to save up for a gaming PC, but I also have expenses I'm going to have to worry about, so that dream of mine is still going to be delayed. Okay, but in the meantime, boy, everything on my overlay is just continuing to flicker and blink. Like, I'm not doing that on purpose. Like, see, I'm doing that myself. But my hand is nowhere near the mouse, and it's doing that. All right, so here is the kickoff for the Kings to the Storm. It is away. Return from the 10. Roland. Flag is down as he crosses the 40-yard line. Our first penalty of the night comes through a kickoff. What is the flag? All right, so I believe it was on Louisville, and Orlando would get an extra 5 yards. Yep. So they're at the 46 now instead of their own 41. All right, so first down for the Storm. Handoff up the middle, down to midfield. I don't like that it keeps refreshing. 2nd and 6. Plummer out to his left. He's going to have to try to do something with it. It slides down for a gain of 2 and goes out of bounds. And another flag is down. Forget 3rd down. We got a penalty to check on. So it looks like it's a 1st down for Orlando. So the penalty must have been on Louisville. Passes bobbled off of the hands of Roland and incomplete for Elijah Badger. It's currently 2nd down for the Storm. Woo! 2nd down for Orlando from the Louisville 43. Plummer's pass is caught by Roland. Roland! Down to the 39-yard line, and they are past the 4-point field goal line. So it'll be 3rd down for the Storm. The go for a field goal here would only be worth 3 points. Here's a give on 3rd down that goes absolutely nowhere. Corbin is denied, and it's 4th down. And there's no punting inside past the 50-yard line as a reminder, so they either go for a long field goal or they go for it. And it looks like they're going to bring up the field goal unit. Michael Lance stepping up for a field goal try for the Storm. 57-yard attempt, so 3 yards outside of the 4-point range. This the tie of the game. It's up and good. The Storm answer right back. Michael Lance from 57 yards. Could have made it from over 60 if he wanted to. All right, but it is a tie game. And to think they could have had 4 points if they didn't, if they just purposely lost 3 yards. But let's see what happens here. As Orlando is set to kick this off to the Kings. Kick is away. Muffed into the end zone. Now he's going to have to try to make something out of nothing. Brought down at the 11. Shirted bobbled as he tried to make the catch. It bounced into the end zone, and then he had to take it out and try to make something out of it. All right, so it is going to be 1st down for the Kings at the 11-yard line. As a reminder, we'll have 2 more games in week 2 that I'll be going live for. We have tomorrow's game between Birmingham and Houston. That'll be at around 5 o'clock my time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then the game after that won't be until this upcoming Tuesday as St. Louis faces Dallas. And that'll be around 7 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, different quarterback out there for the Kings. On first down, brought down to the 18-yard line. So currently Jason Bean is on the sideline at quarterback. Chandler Rogers is at quarterback for Louisville right now. His first pass was good for 6 yards. So let's see what Chandler Rogers can do at quarterback for the Kings. 2nd and 4 from the 19. Handoff, and Rogers should have probably kept it on the handoff. Should have just kept it himself. Now the Storm were ready, and he loses yardage. Ian Wheeler on the carry. Doesn't get much. No gain on that play. 3rd and 4 coming up for Louisville. I didn't get enough energy from that drink I had at Chick-fil-A. Wide open on 3rd down! Big first down for Louisville. Ian Wheeler with the catch. First down. Out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Ian Wheeler picks up a big first down for the Kings. Rogers, look out from behind. He gets sacked. No, he throws it. Hennessy threw it. Oh, my God. Somehow, some way, found Tariq Black hit as he threw it. Boy, that really looked like he got sacked at first, but was able to find Tariq Black for a massive first down for the Kings as they continue to move the chains. Boy, that camera angle made it look like he immediately got sacked. Rogers on first down tries to improvise, and that will sail incomplete. Yet again, he wasn't ready for that pressure. Last play, he got lucky and was able to get it off. This time around, not so much. Brings up a 2nd down with 2:20 left in this first quarter. Second down from the 44-yard line. Rogers over the middle, caught for the first down. Trey McKinney for the first down. The tight end wide open, able to pick up a first down for Louisville as they continue their drive. First down from the 26 of the Storm. Give to Wheeler. Wheeler cutting through. Brought down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 4. Brings up a second and... Well, actually, gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7. Rogers on 2nd down. Over the middle, incomplete. Could not connect with the intended receiver, Lucky Jackson. 3rd down. 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Rodgers with time. Too high. Pass sails way over the head of his intended receiver, Zach Davidson. And that's going to be 4th down, and the Kings will go for a field goal. But that will be at the start of the second quarter because the first quarter is over. And after one quarter, we have a tie ball game, but it's only 3 points apiece as both teams exchanged field goals. Louisville to try to end the tie and take the lead for themselves when the second quarter starts in just a moment. Oh, geez. So update from Snark. Apparently he's got a house emergency and he's got no power. Oh, great. Well, that sucks. Yeah, needless to say, it may be a bit before he can come on tonight, if he even comes in at all. All right, I'm going to mute the desktop audio for one bit because I'm seeing that the Fortnite store has updated. I'm seeing that there are some Phineas and Ferb skins now in the shop. They got a Buff Perry the Platypus, which I don't know how they even got that off. They also have freaking Doofenshmirtz on this bundle, for God's sakes. Alright, what else is here? Okay, that glitched up for a second. Thanks to audio lag. Alright, brings us... Alright, here we go. 4th down as we start the second quarter. So here we go. 41-yard field goal attempt by Tanner Brown to give the Kings the lead. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good, and what a catch by the person in the stands. So Louisville takes a 6-3 lead. And a new emote. So, okay, let's see what else is in the store. Okay, here is the kickoff. Return is past the 35, down to the 38-yard line. It's KJ Hamler sets them up for good field position. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. Here I'm stretching for no reason. Ugh. Like I shouldn't be tired, but apparently my body's saying, nope, you are. All right, first down for the Storm from their own 39. Hand off and still running, and will pick up about 4 yards. Trey Stewart with the carry. Second down at 6. And on that handoff, it doesn't go very well. Trey Stewart denied. It'll be third down at 6, as it looks like we might have an installment of defensive dominance, because nobody has scored a touchdown yet. All right, third down at 6 for Orlando. Plummer throws. It's going to be caught for the first down. Rowland still going down to the 41 of the down to the 41-yard line of the Kings. Said the Storm again, man. I almost keep making that darn mistake. But it is a first down for the Storm. First down from the 41-yard line of the Kings. Stewart gets the handoff on the left side. Plenty of running room. Trey Stewart down near the 20. Brought down to the 21-yard line. First down, Orlando. On the ensuing first down, another handoff for no gain. Stewart again gets denied. Second and 10 coming up for the Storm. From the 21. Plummer, handoff up the middle to Sean Corbin. Corbin down to the 12-yard line, just shy of the first down. A gain of 9 by Corbin brings up a 3rd and 1. Corbin again will get the first down at the 10. First and goal, Orlando. They needed 1. He gets 2. Drive for Orlando currently over 4 minutes long. This will be their 8th play of that drive. First and goal for the Storm from the 10. Jet sweep to Rowland. Rowland down to the 5. Brings up a second and goal. Second and goal from the 5. 10 minutes left in the quarter. And Corbin will be wrapped up behind the line. Gill, number 46, with the tackle for a loss. And Orlando goes backwards as it'll be third and goal from around the 9-yard line. Or more than likely the 8-yard line. Either way, they don't go forward. Third and goal. Plummer jumps up and throws it. Corbin will be denied the touchdown, but there is also a flag down. And the indication is it's a face mask on the Storm. Yep. Face mask on the offense. So the Storm will get flagged. Penalty is declined. Fourth down. As the Kings defense gets another stand. So now they will go for another field goal. Michael Lance. Good snap, good hold. Kick is sailing to the right, but it's good. Curves to the right after across the uprights. So the game is tied once again. Boy. Ugh. I'm going to lie back on this chair. Oh, good God. This chair is not as comfortable as I thought. Like, you see, that's the chair I have. And me being a big guy, I can rest behind like this and just stretch as far as I want. But if I stretch out too far, the ribs start to really feel it. That's the last thing I want to have happen here, is to get some cracked ribs. Oh, God. I'll definitely say it's definitely a lot better than that old red GT Racer chair I had before that always constantly hurt. Ugh. The sooner I buy a new chair, though, for myself, the better, because I can't handle this any longer. Yes, it was a new chair for me, but I just can't. Yeah. Okay, fix that. Fix the camera. So I'm not gonna lie back sitting down. What's the point of this? Yeah, not much happened to me at work though today. I guess one notable thing that happened was we had a new hire come in that's starting to work on Saturdays, so more than likely I'll be manning the front of the desk on my own, which I'm fine with that. Went to Whataburger for lunch. Took advantage of their offer to get a banana pudding milkshake, which I'm glad that came back. And the rest of the day was not really much occurring noteworthy. Not really much occurring that was noteworthy. That's what I meant to say. All right. So game currently tied at 6 apiece. 8:49 left in this first half. Really hoping there's no performance here at halftime. All right, here's the kickoff to the Kings. On the return, brought down to the 22-yard line. All right. So here we go. First down for the Kings. First down from the 23. Rodgers throws to his left. And that pass is going to be caught. Caden Prather for a gain of 6. Second down at 4. From the 29. Rodgers, quick throw. Spin move for the first down and more. And way more. Oh, boy. Benny Snell breaking all kinds of tackles to pick up a first down for the Kings. Officials clearly missed the roughing the passer penalty. Benny Snell picks up the first down. From the 49-yard line of the Storm. Rodgers. Quick throw, incomplete. Pass might have been tipped. Looks like Snark won't be here tonight. The situation's not looking good for him. Second down at 10. Here's Rodgers. Picks up a first down on the quarterback carry. A gain of 12. Yeah, unfortunately with Snar's situation, Landlord won't be there till Monday. He will continue to watch the game, but he will not join into the stream. He won't be able to join me tomorrow either, so that means this coming Tuesday will be the only chance he'll come on, and even that is going to be a possibility of starting later because I got to multitask for that. Here's a handoff on first down, and the patience for Chandler. Hands off to Snell. And no, his name's not Snell. Oh, wait, yes it is. It's Benny Snell. Jesus Christ. My mind is all over the place right now. Benny Snell picks up 8 yards on the carry. All right, second down at 2 from the 33. Snell gets the handoff, nowhere to go, and it wasn't the 33, it was the 28. Either way, though, Benny Snell denied. No gain on that one. Third down and 2 for the Kings. Rodgers throws, caught for the first down. Carter Bell moves the chains for Louisville. I believe they're at the 16-yard line. I'll make that the 18. This will be the 8th play of the drive, over 4.5 minutes long. First down from the 18. And a whole bunch of movement before the snap. This is going to draw a flag. I believe it's a false start. Yep, it's a false start. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Louisville. I forgot to mention, away we go from Orlando. Back to the 23. Rodgers, pressure coming. Gets it to Snell. Snell will be down at the 17-yard line. Get the penalty yardage back and then some. It's a gain of 6. So maybe just the penalty yardage with a little bit of insurance. I don't know. 2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Back to Snell. Wrapped up and nowhere to go. Loses 2 yards. It'll become a 3rd and 11 for the Kings. So they now have their backs against the wall. Third and 11. And more movement before the snap. This is going to be another false start. They go back 5 more yards. And it is now 3rd and 16 for Louisville. Backed up all the way to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 16. Rodgers throws. Receiver hurdles the man, but he will be nowhere near enough he'll have nowhere near enough for the first down. Only picks up 10. It'll be 4th and 6. And we are now at the 2-minute warning. My God, 6-6 ball game. No touchdowns, only field goals in this game. Yep, it's official. This is defensive dominance, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is. Whew! Ah, doggone, I hit my mic. All right, here we go. Tanner Brown from 32 yards out, coming out of the 2-minute warning. Good snap, good hold. Brown's kick is good. And the field goal bonanza continues. Lord have mercy. And that's literally all they did was show the field goal and go to another break. Okay. That unnecessary break is over with. I thought I muted that. What the heck? All right, here is the kickoff to the Storm. And Chandler will take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. As the Storm take over with 1:56 left, they have all three of their timeouts, and they will get the ball to start the second half. All right, first down. And prior to the snap, the Kings call a timeout. Boy. Well, there goes the first one. They weren't going to be set. All right, first down for the Storm coming out of the timeout. And movement before the snap again. This has happened a lot already. And that is a neutral zone infraction on the Kings. 1st and 5 for Orlando coming up. Plummer. Look out, avoids the pressure. Pump fakes, now tries to run. And down just shy of the first down near midfield. Uh-oh. Oh, dear God. And the quarterback, Jake Plummer, is down. Plummer is down for Orlando right now. Oh, boy. Jack Plummer is still down and has not gone up. Orlando does burn a timeout. Should Plummer not get back out there, which is looking like it will be the case, Dorian Thompson-Robinson will be taking over as quarterback for the Storm. He was a quarterback at UCLA. I remember him vividly starting games for the Cleveland Browns a few years back, but he was not that good with Cleveland. And Plummer looks like he will get to the sideline under his own power, which is good to see. But Orlando did have to burn that first timeout. And for future reference, so I'm not speaking up a literal storm here, no pun intended. I will just call the current quarterback of the Storm DTR. Only bring up the full name if he carries it himself for a big play, picks up a first down, or scores a touchdown. Otherwise, you're just going to hear me calling him DTR. So right now the Storm have a 2nd and 1 near midfield with 1:40 left in the half. DTR throws to his right. First down. Pass is caught by Elijah Badger. They are now in Kings territory with 1:34 remaining. Clock winding down. First down for the Storm. From the 44-yard line. DTR to his right. Badger with the catch. Spins out of one tackle. Gets out of another. First down at the 32. Why'd I put second down? It's a first down. Lord have mercy. Come on, DC. You can do better than this. Either way, though, Elijah Badger. 2 straight big plays for the Storm. As they've got themselves another first down. .104 remaining. First down from the 32. DTR, and, well, that play was whistled dead as there's a flag down. And apparently they didn't get the snap off in time. Delay of game, they move back 5. So it's a 1st and 15. .101 remaining. Put 3 seconds back on the clock. 104 remaining. DTR on first down. Room to run it up the middle, and that's what he'll do. Good pickup for him there. Second and 9. DTR throwing it up for grabs, incomplete. The pressure got to him, and he had to get rid of it. 38 seconds left. Orlando with 2 timeouts and their super challenge. And they throw a late flag down. So it's intentional grounding on DTR. It's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down, so it is third down for Orlando, and to avoid a 10-second runoff, the Storm burned their second timeout. We are down to 38 seconds left in the half. And we see that Jack Plummer is back out there at quarterback. Right now it's a 3rd and 19 for the Storm. Moving before the snap. No flag thrown from the looks of it. Plummer throws. It's going to be caught by KJ Hamler with room to run, directing traffic. Hamler inside the 10. Touchdown, Orlando! What a play by KJ Hamler! Oh my God! Let's see, did Hamler step out of bounds at any point? He did not. That's a touchdown all day. What a play by KJ Hamler. And the Storm take the lead as they score our first touchdown of the night. Now here's the extra point. Curving to the left, and it's no good. It remains a 3-point lead for the Storm. Wow. So KJ Hamler gets credited with a touchdown, but Michael Lance misses an extra point, and the lead remains at 3. But we finally have our first touchdown of the night. And now here is the kickoff to the Storm, or from the Storm to the Kings. Here's the return. Curving on the left side, out of bounds, and around the 35-yard line goes Sheridan. Kings wanting a flag, will not get one. 17 seconds remaining in this half. 2 timeouts for the Kings. As Jason Bean is back out there at quarterback. It's like Rogers is out at quarterback now, and Bean is back in, but he'll just take a knee. So, that is going to bring us to the end of the first half. We were without a touchdown until the very end when KJ Hamler scored it. So, remember, Orlando will get the ball to start the second half. All right, so I will see you guys at the second half because I have to run to the bathroom. So I'll be back for the second half. For now, be right back. Holy shnikes, man. That was quick. Well, tired because I had to run over here. Realized the second half was underway. Like, oh, God. Okay, well, I got to set everything back up here. Orlando will get the ball to start it. And we continue from Orlando. Let's get the second half underway. Return from the 5. And here is Corbin with room to run, now running out down to the 37-yard line. Woo-wee. Jack Plummer so far tonight, 8 completions for 10 yards. 8 completions out of 10 attempts for 88 yards and a score. Yeesh. I can't speak today. All right, first down for the Storm from their own 37. Plummer tosses to Hamler, and it does not go well. He just goes nowhere but backwards. Well, that was a short-lived play. Loss of 5. Good God. Second down and 15. Plummer, quick throw to Rowland. He's in trouble, but then makes something out of it, but not much. Just gets a couple of yards, but avoided what could have been another negative play. Kings seemed to be ready for that one, too. All right, third down and 13 coming up for the Storm. Plummer is sacked. Gill of the Kings with the sack. And the Storm go 3 and out to start this second half. Not the start you would have wanted. Now Orlando will have to punt. Here is the punt. High punt. Bell on the return, out of bounds at the 21. And that'll be where the Kings will take over in just a moment. All right, Jason Bean back at quarterback again. First down for the Kings from their own 24. Bean, look out from behind. He now gets sacked. Keyshawn Banks with the sack. And now the Kings are going backwards. Second down at 16. Bean throws it away. Third and 16. Being under pressure. Incomplete! Tried to set up a screen for a receiver, and it does not work. Can't even make the catch. Fourth down, and the Kings now go 3 and out. Here is the punt. Return from the 30. And down to the 39. All right, first down for the Storm from their own 39-yard line. And a gift to Corbin only gets 3 yards. Second at 7. Corbin on the handoff. Close to the first down. And it's going to be a first down for Orlando. They picked up just enough. Corbin again on first down, doesn't get much. Only a gain of 1. Second down and 9. Plummer to his right. Incomplete for Elijah Badger. It'll be third down and 9. All right, third down and 9. Coming up on 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Give to Corbin, and he will not get it. No gain. And they may have to go for this because the official didn't rule it past behind the 50-yard line. They've passed it, so they got to go for it. Like, it's by a yard. That's the difference between going for it and putting it. It's at the 49-yard line of the Kings. Oh, and we got movement. We've got movement before the snap. If this is on the Kings, the storm will get closer. Encroachment on the Kings. So it now becomes a 4th and 3 for Orlando. Kicker staying on the sideline, not wanting to try the 60-plus yarder. So the offense is staying out there. They're going for it. More movement before the snap, and it's a false start. And they're back to square one again. 4th and 8. Plummer on 4th down, pressure coming, pass is caught! First down, but there's another flag down. 3 straight flags thrown on this 4th down play. Fisher, number 76, flagged for an offensive face mask. 15-yard penalty there behind the 50, and now, after all of that, after that conversion for the first down gets negated, a punt will be happening. Oh, wait, no, they can't. It already crossed the 50. They have to go for this as well. Oh, my God. Boy, was I wrong. They try a lateral. Stewart trying to pick it up and won't do it. Can only get to midfield. The tight end had lateraled it to Stewart, who tried to get as much yardage as he could and got denied. Turnover on downs. It is Louisville football after all of that. Unbelievable. They had the first down, but if Orlando hadn't been caught with a face mask penalty, could have kept the drive going, but instead, no points, and it's a turnover. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, I've run into a problem, guys. Red light blinking on my mouse, which means the battery in this thing's about to die. And they just returned to the game, so I've got to make this quick. Luckily, I've got a battery pack in my backpack. And I fall over, lose my freaking balance. Ugh. Handoff on first down goes nowhere. All right. Duracell for the win. Put that back. We'll be needing this until the next battery is good. All right, second down at 12. Bean throws incomplete. Brings up third down. Okay, I've got to make the switch here. We got to make the switch here quickly. And the Kings are going to have to burn a timeout. They were not going to be ready for that play. All right. So we're good. Computer mouse light is now blue. No longer blinking red for a low battery. As for this battery, it's going to the trash. I don't like how they took I don't like how they took a commercial break when the timeout happened. All right, third down and 12 for Louisville coming out of the timeout. 3rd and 12. Bean throws, caught! Lucky Jackson with the catch. 4th down. Now it's going to determine on the spot. Kings have their mind set on going for this 4th down play. Fourth and 2. Louisville electing to go for it. And a timeout. The Storm will burn their first timeout. All right, 4th and 2 after the timeout. Bean throws, incomplete! Turnover on downs. The Storm get the football back. First down from the 41. Plummer in trouble immediately. Down he goes. Cam Gill again. Brought down to the 34-yard line. Backwards. Loss of 7. 2nd and 17. They just get the snap off. Down for only a gain of 1 is Stewart. Third and 16. Stewart gets the handoff. Nothing. Nothing. No gain, not even close to the first down. I feel like every time the Louisville Kings are involved in some way, shape, or form, defensive dominance takes shape at some point of the game. Jack Browning on the punt. Carter Bell awaiting the return. Out of bounds. April 23rd is when the draft is taking place. We are officially 23rd, so we are 19 days away. Folks. Handoff on first down goes nowhere. It is defensive dominance as it just continues for both of these teams as they cannot seem to get anything going offensively. A loss of 1. And we have an injury on the Louisville offense. Second and 11. Rodgers out at quarterback now. Throws. Caught and close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. But I don't think he picked up the first down. Nope, it is 3rd and 1. Third down and 1 from the 35. Give to Snell. He won't get it. Isaiah Buggs on the stop. It's 4th down for the Kings. And now Louisville will have to punt this away. They got to get this off before the quarter ends. Punt is away. Return from the 25. Hamler down to the 31. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 more to go in the second game of week 2. All right. Here we go. Switch on over to quarter number 4. And Orlando will have a first down as they'll be taking over after Louisville punted it away. All right. First down from the 31-yard line for the Storm. Plummer. Pass is going to be caught down to the 37-yard line. Making the catch there is Stylianos. Second down. Gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Handoff on 2nd down, and Corbin will pick up a first down for a gain of 6. As number 6 picks up 6. First down from the 43. Back to Corbin on the ground. Corbin down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4. Okay, that was a first down. Now it's second down. Second and 6. Corbin with the patience. Gets 5. Down to the 48-yard line of the Kings. Whatever happens, if they don't get this third down, they got to go for it. 3rd and 1. Oh, ball comes out. They botch the snap. It goes into the direction of Corbin. He recovers it. And they lose yardage, but because this crossed the 50-yard line, they've got to go for this now. Even though the ball is on their own 48-yard line, it did cross the 50, so like it or not, since it crossed midfield, they've got to go for this. 4th and 5, they just get the snap off. Plummer will throw. Caught! Bowman with the catch. First down! Bowman with the catch. The official measurement is... And the virtual measurement is by 0.3 inches that he picked it up. So it might have been under official review. Either that or the Super Challenge was lost by Louisville. And Louisville is charged with a timeout because of the failed Super Challenge that they tried. First down from the 47-yard line. Plummer setting up a screen for... Oh! Stewart cannot pick up anything as the Kings are ready for that screen. Oh! Handoff to Corbin on the left side. Corbin trying to pick up some form of yardage past the 50, and he might have gone backwards again. It'll be 3rd and 9. Or, oh, forget that. It's 3rd and 12. Oh, man. So 3rd down and 12 coming up for Orlando from the 49-yard line of the Kings. Rolling on the jet sweep. Rolling! Not gonna have enough! Down to the 40. So they're either going for it or going for the field goal. So they are going for it on 4th and 3. And a timeout taken. So timeout taken by Orlando. They are going for this 4th and 3. But we are not going to see the 4th down play because they are going on commercial. 2.5 more minutes of another 2.5 minutes of waiting for no reason. Man. If anything, I'm just glad these commercial breaks don't last. At least the commercial breaks I don't get to see them because of ad blockers. And I'll leave it at that. Really? I watched a video on my phone to try to pass the time during the commercial break, and this shit is restarting again. What else is new? I really need to upgrade a new phone. I really need to upgrade my phone, man. Like, this is bullshit. Every time I plug this thing into charge, there's always a chance that it's going to restart for no freaking reason. Could not tell you why. It's just that kind of phone behavior, I guess. But I've had this phone for a long time now at this point. Still my Galaxy A20. If it wasn't for the case, I would have upgraded this a lot sooner. All right, fourth down coming up for the Storm, and they are going for it. Can't seem to stop freaking yawning. Fourth and 3 for Orlando. Plummer throws for Hamler, incomplete. Turnover on downs, and the defensive dominance continues in Orlando as the Kings will take over. Oh my God. We've had only one touchdown scored this whole game. The only other scoring has been through field goals. And even now, when the score became 12-9 at the half, nothing's happened. It's been defensive dominance the whole third quarter. Nearly 5 minutes have passed in the fourth quarter, and it's still 12-9. The defensive dominance just doesn't end. First down from the 40-yard line for the Kings. Rodgers. Sheridan with the catch. Out of bounds for a gain of about 3. So game summary, Chandler Rodgers, 11 completions for 130 passing yards. KJ Hamler, 2 receptions for 59 yards and a score. 24 rushing yards total for Louisville compared to 75 for Orlando. Second and 6. Rodgers tipped into the air, incomplete. And honestly, he should be glad that he let it sail incomplete. Third down and 6. Rodgers throws, passes incomplete. And the Kings cannot capitalize. They go 3 and out. But they didn't cross the 50, so they will punt this. Fair catch signal called. Bounces into the end zone. Touchback. Another 2.5 minute commercial break. Commercial break's finally about to come to an end. All right, first down for Orlando. 8:53 remaining in this game. From the 25. Corbin on the right side, 1 yard only. This is starting to get boring. Plummer on second down, rolling with the catch. Gain of 7, 3rd and 2 coming up. Corbin on 3rd down, gets the handoff. He's got the first down and a flag at the end of the play. Illegal use of hands to the face on the Kings. That is going to be an additional 5 yards tacked on to the first down pickup. First down, Orlando. First down from the 41 after the penalty. Plummer looking to throw. Throws to Corbin. Corbin trying to get the first down and will not. But I believe he picked up 8 on the reception as he steps out of bounds. Yep, a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. 7 minutes remaining in this game. Second and 2 from the 49. Corbin. 2 Kings defenders bring him down. Loses 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Orlando coming up with 6.5 left in the game. Third and 4, and they whistle this play dead because there's a flag. They did not get the play off in time. Delay a game, 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 9 coming up for Orlando. 3rd and 9 for Orlando. Backed up to their own 42-yard line. Pressure coming. Plummer throws. Caught by Rowland. Rowland trying to get there, and I don't think he did. He just crossed the 50-yard line, but he's about a half a yard shy. And they've got to go for it because they crossed the 50. Oh, boy. They snap it quickly. And they pick up the first down. Plummer sneaks in himself, and I believe the Storm have picked up a first down. Let's see. That is going to be a close ruling. The indication is it's a first down. The official true line measurement. Oh, yep, he got it. By 13 inches, he picks up the first down. Oh, wow. So Louisville had too many men on defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. It is enough for a first down. Had they not had 12 men on defense, it would have been under review and could have possibly given the Louisville offense the ball back. Either way, it's a first down for Orlando with 5 minutes left in the game. From the 44-yard line of the Kings. And they put 40 more seconds back on the clock. Coming up on 5.5 left to go. Give to Corbin. Past the 40, down to the 39. Brings up second down. Gain of 6. Second and 4. Quick snap. Plummer throws. Caught! Elijah Badger! Goodbye! Touchdown, Orlando! Elijah Badger! 39 yards, and the Storm build on their lead. Wow. So many voice cracks on that call, man. I hate that keeps happening, man. Here I am at 25 and still having voice cracks whenever my voice is awful. Extra point is good. 19-9. It is officially, though, a 2-score game now. All right, here is the kickoff to Louisville. Return from the 4. And down to the 34. So the Kings take over with 1 timeout left and 4:53 remaining. If Louisville wants to get something going, they've got to do it now. They've scored only field goals this whole game. First down, here's a toss to Lucky Jackson. Gain of 3. Rogers still at quarterback for Louisville. 2nd and 5. Rogers to his right. Caught for the first down. Prather for the first down. Now from the 44 of the Storm. Pass is intercepted. Back the other way for Orlando. 1 man to beat. Rogers brings him down inside the 5. And the Louisville Kings have all of a sudden collapsed. Powell with the interception for the Storm. It's a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. The first turnover of the night. And it belongs to the Orlando defense. Wow. First and goal from the 6. Plummer to Corbin. Up the middle. Down to about the 4-3-yard line. 2nd and goal. And the intended receiver got beat. Powell stepped in front of him, picked him off. And he was down to the 6. Rogers, good on him to catch him up for the potentially saves a touchdown. But here we go. 2nd and goal from the 4. Rowland on the jet sweep. Chris Rowland. Close and he's short. Just shy of the goal line, down at the half-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up for Orlando. Oh, he was so close. Just shy of it, man. Oh, my God. And we have an injury on the Louisville defense. And they are officially taking a look at this to see if Rowland did indeed break the goal line. So the original ruling of Roland being short stands. So it is second down for Orlando. That was originally a second down, so it's now third down and goal. Official made the mistake there. A touchdown here for Orlando will officially seal it and end it. 3 minutes left. Third and goal for Orlando. Corbin in the backfield. Plummer fakes it, throws, and that one is intercepted. And now back the other way for Louisville. Down to the 44-yard line. Oh my God. And the Kings still have life. Intended for Fox, intercepted by Prince of the Kings defense. And now both teams have exchanged interceptions. Each team now with a turnover in this game. But this one keeping the Kings alive. They were right there at the half-yard line, and Orlando gets denied as the Kings take over from their own 47. Touchdowns can be worth up to 9 points. They can regain possession after a score with a 4th and 12 conversion. And field goal of 60 or more yards can be worth 4 points. Well, Orlando is actually using their super challenge. They think that there was a hold on Louisville that negates the interception. So the interception will stand. Orlando loses their last time out, and their super challenge is gone. There is no foul for a defensive hold. So it is a first down for Louisville. Rogers' pass is bobbled and incomplete. Lucky that fell to the ground. That could have been dangerous. Brings up a second down and 10. Bean out at quarterback on second down. Goes deep for Bell, and it's incomplete. It is third, not fourth, third down and 10 as we are now at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in this ball game, and that interception from earlier has kept the Kings in it. Question is, can Louisville do what they haven't been able to do all night? Get into the end zone and score. All they've scored tonight has been field goals. They've had no touchdowns at all. Two minutes left, folks. What can Louisville do? They have a big third down coming up. All right, 1:59 left in this game. Third down and 10 for Louisville. Jason Bean at quarterback right now. Third and 10. Bean with pressure in his face. It's going to be caught. First down to Patton. First down from the 41. 1:48 remaining. They have one timeout left. And Jason Bean gets sacked. Chris Garrett with the sack on Bean. No chance for him to pick up that first down. Didn't even have a chance to throw it. A loss of 5 as the Kings burn their final timeout. So, Kings are out of timeouts. They are down by 10. Second down and 15 from the 46. Bean throws incomplete for Deion Jackson. Lucky Jackson. It is now 3rd and 15 for Louisville with 1:31 remaining. More than likely, if they don't get this, I would just go for the field goal. 3rd and 15. Bean, pressure coming. He doesn't want to take a sack here. Throws to his right. Incomplete. And now you got to wonder, what do they do here? Do they take the field goal and go for 4? Or do they go for this 4th and 15 with the game on the line? It looks like the offense is staying out there. They are going for this 4th and 15. So this is it. Game on the line for Louisville. 4th and 15 from the 46. Play clock winding down. They didn't get this off. Five-yard penalty, 4th down again. But they go further backward. It's now 4th and 20. Play clock was literally down to all zeros, and they never snapped it. Backed up to their own 49. Game on the line for Louisville. Bean over the middle. Caught, but not enough. Orlando is going to win this game. No, it won. Never mind, it was incomplete. Even if he had caught it, he would have been well short. So it doesn't matter. Louisville cannot get it done. And Orlando, with a couple of kneel downs, will win this game and improve to 2-0 and remain undefeated. Hell of a nail biter, man. That interception by Louisville kept them in it, but Jason Bean just didn't have it in him. And as a result, the Kings will fall short once again. That final kneel down will do it, folks. So the Orlando Storm remain at home for week 2, hosting the Louisville Kings. And they stay alive and win it, 19-9. So the Kings will fall to 0-2. And Orlando will improve to 2-0 and remain undefeated. Wow. So it was under 39.5, and Orlando covers the spread. 13 unanswered points to end the game for the Storm. Well, folks, that's going to do it. So the Orlando Storm remain undefeated, take down the Louisville Kings 19-9. And that is that. So, thank you all so much for watching and joining me here tonight. This has been the second game of week 2, midway through the week, and we still got 2 more games to do. The next of which is taking place tomorrow at 5 p.m. my time, as the Birmingham Stallions will travel to the Lone Star State in Houston to take on the Houston Gamblers. So I will see you all tomorrow for that. Unfortunately, Snark will not be joining me for that game because he's still dealing with the power outage in his house. And his landlord won't be able till Monday to help fix it. So the next time we'll probably see him back on a stream will probably be Tuesday night's game between the Battlehawks and the Renegades. But again, because of my priority and another Discord call, he and I are probably going to join in until like maybe the second half. Who knows? But for now, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the game between the Stallions and the Gamblers on Easter Sunday. But until then, I'm Rose JC signing off for now, saying thanks for watching. Have a safe Easter. Have a great time with family and friends on this exciting holiday. And let's meet back here tomorrow afternoon as we continue week 2 of the 2026 UFL season. For now, peace out, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.